Hello everyone, I welcome you to the class of fluid mechanics. Today we will discuss the pressure variation in a fluid at rest, or we can simply say it as hydrostatic law. After knowing or after having the idea of intensity of pressure and pressure, Pascal's law, now it is time to calculate what is the pressure inside, what is the pressure of an element inside a fluid. But that fluid, as we are discussing hydrostatics, means your fluid is at rest. So we will calculate the pressure with on pressure on an element when fluid is at rest. So this is the container where you have fluid. I'm not mentioning the name of the fluid, as this can be this fluid can be anything. This can be liquid, this can be gas, this can be oil, anything. So your you have a body A, B, C, D that is inserted inside the fluid. The rate of increase in pressure in vertically downward direction must be equals to specific gravity of the fluid at that point. This is the hydrostatics law. This hydrostatics law says that the rate of increase in pressure, increase of pressure in a vertically downward direction must be equal to the specific rate of the fluid at that point. But we will derive that thing. Let us derive that. Consider a small fluid element. Our small fluid element is A, B, C, D. This is our small fluid element, that is A, B, C, and D. It has surfaces AB, BC, CD, and AD. On different surfaces, different forces are acting, and your ABCD element is at a distance z. See, this distance is z from the surface of the fluid. Which surface? From the free surface of the fluid, right? This z distance is the distance of fluid element ABCD from the free surface of the liquid or free surface of the fluid. And you take the height BC or depth BC as del Z. Depth BC as del Z. So what we have of ABCD? We have del A is the cross sectional area of the element. That element is ABCD. Del Z is the height of the fluid element. This height of the fluid element, that is, we can say BC and AD. BC or AD, whichever you want to say. P is the pressure on face AB. P is the pressure on face AB. Z is the distance of fluid element from the free surface, as we have already discussed. So, how you will calculate pressure variation? For that, we need to calculate the forces that are acting on ABCD. So, what are the forces that are acting on ABCD? First is the pressure force, that is acting on the face AB as vertically downward, and the pressure force which is acting on the face CD which is vertically upward. And after that, the weight of the element ABCD. Then the forces that are acting on the BC and AD faces. So these are the forces which can be categorized under four categories. So your first type of force is the pressure force, which is acting on the surface AB. So as you all know, pressure is equals to force per unit area. So our pressure force will be pressure into area. So in this case, let the pressure to be P and your area is del A. So pressure force on AB is equals to P into del A. Area is del A, and the force is acting in downward direction. Then the second force, the pressure force on CD is equals to pressure, that is P plus del P by del Z into del Z. Del P by del Z, why del P by del Z? So that is the variation of pressure with respect to Z. With respect to Z means this is the change in Z. This is the del Z. That is the variation of pressure with respect to Z into del Z. That is this del Z is your this value height. As the height is varied by del Z times, that is why we have calculated, we have multiplied del Z. The whole multiply. This is the pressure, and this is the pressure which is acting on the CD, acting on the face CD. And for pressure force, you need to multiply del A again. That is because the area of the face CD is del A. Means pressure force is equals to pressure is equals to P plus del P by del Z into del Z. This is the pressure part, and del A is the area part, which is acting on the face CD in vertically upward direction. That means pressure force on the AB is acting vertically downward. Pressure force on CD is acting vertically upward. After that, weight of the fluid element. And for weight of the fluid element, you know that we can simply write density into G into volume. That is density rho G is the acceleration due to gravity, and volume is cross-sectional area into height. That is the volume. And the cross-sectional area and height of the fluid element is del A and del Z. So the volume is del A into del Z. The pressure forces acting on surface BC and AD are equal and opposite. Because as per Pascal's law, you know that the from all directions the forces acting, the pressure forces which are the pressure acting in all directions are same, and you can calculate pressure on BC and CD, BC and AD. That pressure force, you can calculate pressure force on BC and AD. Those will be equal, so they will cancel with each other. Let me scroll down to next page. So these are the four forces or four category of forces which are acting, and within that our consideration is vertical force, because we are calculating pressure inside the fluid, means we are considering the depth of the fluid element. So inside out of four types of forces, we will consider three forces, as the three are vertical forces. Three vertical forces. So under the condition of equilibrium, when you have equilibrium condition, sum of all the vertical forces are zero. You know that is the one condition of equilibrium. So this force is a positive force, P, as it is as we have taken downward forces as positive and upward forces as negative. Got it? So this is the downward force. You have taken positive P into del A minus, because this force is a upward force. You have taken it as negative P plus del P by del Z into del A, plus weight is acting vertically downward. Weight is rho G del A into del Z. So after that, open the bracket, multiply del A with P and this part also. So what you get? P into del A minus P into del A minus del P by del Z into del A plus rho G del A into del Z. Again, this cancels with this, as this is positive, this is negative. What you get? Minus del P by del Z into del z into del a plus rho g del a into del z, which is equals to 0. So you can say rho g del a del z will be equals to del p by del z into del a. After that, what you get? Del a del a del z cancels with each other. You get del p by del z. That means del p by del z is the variation of pressure in vertical direction or in z direction, which is your vertical direction. Del p by del z is the variation of pressure in case of what, in the vertical direction. That is why, as we are considering only vertical direction, that is why instead of d we have taken del p by del z. So we have not taken del p by del z in the dp by dz. As we are considering one direction, we have taken del p by del z, as we are considering a single direction. That is why del p by del z into rho into g, which is equals to your w. W is nothing but the, what is w? W is nothing but the specific weight. So we can say equation of the rate of increase of the volume in a vertical direction is equals to the weight density of the fluid at that point. This is called as the law of hydrostatics or hydrostatics law. So from this we can write, del P will be equals to rho G into del Z. And to integrate the above equation for the liquid, as your pressure, you consider pressure 0 to P and your value of Z 0 to Z. What you get? You get P is equals to rho G Z, because your pressure is uniform and your with uniform increase in height, your pressure in uniform increase in depth, your pressure also uniformly increases. So del P will P equals to rho G Z or W into Z. W is rho G, which is the W, into Z is the depth. So we can say also Z is equals to P by rho G, where Z is called as, pressure head. What is pressure head? Again, it is the measure of energy, but in terms of meter. The measure of which type of energy? Pressure head is the measure of pressure energy in terms of meter, which is equals to P by rho into G. And with this, we have calculated pressure variation. We have calculated the variation of pressure with the variation of depth inside the fluid. And but the condition is that the fluid must be at rest. And we have discussed the law of hydrostatics or hydrostatics law. Okay, hope you all have understood hydrostatics law and variation of pressure. Thank you. Thank you everyone.